Okay, so next is how to add two numbers. So for example, here I am taking two numbers 5 and 6. So how we can add 5 and 6 and display the result 11 in C++. Okay, so firstly, always we have to start with hash include iostream. Okay, using namespace standard, and then we have to write the main function, and always remember that we have to write what we have to execute inside the main function. So we know that we have to add 5 and 6 firstly. So we have to assign 5 to a variable, 6 to another variable, and then we have to add two variables. In this way we are adding that function. Okay, so as we know that 5 and 6 are integers, so we have to firstly show that int a, that means a is an integer, so equal to 5. Then we have to use semicolon, then int another variable b. You can use any variable, okay, that's your choice. So a b is equal to 6. Okay, then we can store it in C. C is equal to A plus B. As the operation we have to add, so C is will be equal to A plus B. So in this way A and B, 5 and 6 will be added, and the result 11. 11 will be stored inside C. Okay, one thing I forgot, we have to show that C is an integer. Okay, then we have to print the result. Okay, so we can show that, for example, in cout we have to display C, the result. So we can use cout, then we can use extraction operator, and then C, because we have to display the value of C. Okay, so we can run. You can see that 11 is the answer. So if we want the sum of 5 and 6 is 11. So in this way, if we want the answer, what we can do is that we can write a sentence here. Okay, we can write what, since it is a word, so we can write inside that word that the sum of 5 and 6 is, once again extraction operator, here you can see that the sum of 5 and 6 is 11. So in this way we can write this program. One more question we can do. So we can make this as a comment. Sorry. Okay. Next line we can write find the sum product and average of, for example, we can use 10, 12 and 21. This is the question. So once again we can always start with hash include iostream using namespace standard. Then we have to write main function int main. We have to start with a curly bracket, and always, so here the number is 10, 12 and 21. So firstly we have to assign that numbers into a variable. Okay, so since these three numbers are integers, we can use int a equal to 10, then use semicolon because we have to stop there, int b equal to 12 equal to 21. So in this way we have assigned the three values inside A, B and C. So firstly the question is we have to find the sum. Okay, so firstly we can find, as we know that 10 plus 12 plus 21, the result will always be an integer. So that's why we can use int d equal to, or we can use int sum equal to a plus b plus c, then use semicolon. In this way the sum, inside the sum a and b, a b c will be added and the result will be stored. Okay, so next is product. So 10 into 12 into 21, we know that the result will be integer because there will be no point or decimal, there will be no decimal if we have multiply 10 and 12 and 21. That's why so the result will be integer. Integer product is equal to a star b star c, that is product. Then use semicolon. Next is average. So what is average? We know that average will be sum of the three numbers divided by 3. So at that case there is a chance of decimal value, that is point value will come or not, that's it, there is a chance. That's why we use another keyword, that is float. So float is mainly used for decimal values. If value has a point or decimal, so we will use float in order to represent or display that value. So float, we can use average equal to, how we are finding the average? We can use a bracket, a plus b plus c, and then we are dividing it, divided by 3. In this way we are displaying it. So now we have to display this sum, product and average. So we can display it always by using a cout. So cout. So if we want to write the sum is, in this way we are writing, so we have to firstly write the sum is, and then we have to mention sum. So if we want the sum is result, and then on the next line if we want the product is, in this way we want, so we have to write what, endrel, we have to write endrel in order to write the rest of the program on the next line. Then cout the product is so in this way we can write this program. Now we can run the program and we can see. So you can see here the result. The sum is 43, the product is 2520, and the average is 14. Okay, so in this way we can write it.